What is up, you guys? We are back here with another video, and today we're going to be installing a 40 series torque converter. As you can see, I have it all laid out right here. I already opened up everything. It comes with all the hardware and everything you need to install it. I'm also going to be removing the regular clutch, and I know someone in the comments had a question about how I made that fit and the way I drilled out the shaft on the motor, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you that. But for today's video, we're just gonna install the torque converter and then show you how it looks, maybe start it, and then in the future, probably next video, we'll drive it, put it on the mini bike. But it's gonna be a little bit of a hassle because now the alignment's gonna be off with the wheel, but we're gonna figure that out, and then later we'll do a video of a comparison on both. So let's get straight to the video. So here's the torque converter. This is what we are gonna be installing, but let me show you. For that subscriber who had the question, this is a regular clutch, right? The one that I was running before. It does have the little dowel pin already in there, but let me show you how this thing would fit. So before I actually drilled into this, the clutch would only go in about this much, right? And I was having problems aligning the rear wheel to the clutch. So what I decided to do was drill more into the little keyway, I guess. Let's just pretend this is a drill. I hit it with like the Dremel or just any drill bits you had. It'll work. All I did was get the drill and just start shaving off more into here. So just basically extending this little piece here for the key. So just make it longer into there. So then now when you put in the clutch, this will touch this rim here. So this will be like completely flush, and now this thing will push the sprocket a little bit closer to the motor, and it should give you a little bit more room to clear the frame, I guess, in the back, and you can line up your wheel. So there you go. For that one subscriber who had that question, I hope that answered it. But let's get straight into installing the torque converter. Okay, so now for the torque converter, we're going to want to install the plate. So this came together. You can remove the nut right here, and it'll be two pieces right here, the pulley and the plate, but it's all one piece right now. So we're just going to install it how it came, and we're going to want to line up all 4 bolts here. So now once you already put them in by hand, you can go ahead and torque it down a little bit. And remember, this doesn't have to be super tight. These could cross thread really easy and mess up, so you don't want to over tighten it, just, you know, right there. So I went ahead and took off the pulley here just so you can see the sprocket does spin freely, and I'm gonna put 2 washers in here just between the sprocket and the pulley here, just because the spacing to line up with the front is gonna need about 2. Every application could be different, but just, you know, check yours. Right now, if it needs any adjusting, I'll put some extra or take some off, but that looks just about right. And it came with a lot of the washers, so you can play around with it. All right, and this is the front one here. As you can see, it is one piece, doesn't come apart. And this also has a little keyway just like this one, so you just want to line it up with that. And actually, I'm gonna put it this way, and I know some of you guys might be saying or thinking that's wrong, but I don't want to waste time on this video talking of why this is the correct way. I'm gonna just put a link in the description below of someone who actually talks about the torque converter and how it's really supposed to go. So this is how we're gonna put it. If you guys want to go ahead and watch the video in my description after watching this video, go ahead and do that. But we're gonna want to put this big spacer it comes with, or I guess like a little cover, and I put a washer there just so it can be nice and flush. And we're gonna just screw it on the shaft all the way in. You want to just do it by hand. There you go. And you're going to want to tighten it up. There you go. And then lastly, we're going to put on the belt. So this is going to take a little bit of elbow grease, but you want to just throw it on the front one here, put this end on the back, and just spin it. Let's go ahead and put it all together with the exhaust, and I'm gonna show you guys a little startup and a little rev just so you can see how this thing works. But let's go. So you guys saw it running there, and you can tell that thing is perfect. The belt is actually going side to side just how it's supposed to go. It's not like twisting or anything like that. Like I said, go ahead and check out that video. It'll be more in depth of why I have to put it that way. But something crazy to point out, this thing is huge. I'm gonna measure it from side to side just so you guys can see how wide this motor is. But before I put the torque converter, it was already sticking out to the right side of the mini bike. I barely had any room for my right foot on the peg, but now I don't even know if I'm gonna have room for my feet on the peg. I'm probably just gonna have to make something else. So I did measure it off camera from here to the cover. So basically from this part to this part, it is 1 foot and 10 inches. So this is ridiculous compared to like a 212. A 212 is like a baby little block, you know, it doesn't even take up too much space. This thing just deleted my foot peg. So foot pegs non-existent here. We're gonna have to figure out a solution for that in the future. Also, if you add just this little piece like if you go down here and add this little piece from the carburetor, you just added 2 inches. So I did the final measurement from this part to this part. You are at exactly 2 feet. So there you guys go. That's the video there. As you can tell, this thing is ridiculous. It is just huge. It is massive. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the earlier in the video, but this motor now with the torque converter, so everything you see put together, it weighs about 85 to 86 pounds alone. Just that power plant there, it weighs more than the bike itself. So, you know, it is what it is. It's gonna be a super heavy bike. It was already hard carrying it, you know, onto the car like that. So now with that torque converter, good luck. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know, if you guys like it, leave a like in the comment. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll, you know, always answer your questions as soon as possible. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you on the next one. Peace.